Hello students, hope you all are fine and doing well. So how was your grammar topic? Yes, in the last session what we have done? Okay, so did you all do the homework what I said? Yes, I told to put down or note down what are your daily activities. Yes, or what are universal truths, natural facts. Did you observe? Yes, the activities which you do daily. Can you tell me one? Okay, you help your mother. Very good. Can you tell me one universal fact or a natural truth? Very good. The moon shines at night. Okay. And what did we learn, children, yesterday? Did we only learn simple present tense? Yes, we learned about the structure. Tell me, what is the structure of simple present tense? Very good. V1 or V2. Now tell me, what are its uses? Yes, as just now I told, habitual actions or regular actions. And another one, universal facts or natural truths. Very good. And then what did we learn? Yes, we learned about negative, interrogative, interrogative, negative. So how do you form a negative sentence for simple present tense? Yes, when it is V1, you use do. And when it is V2, what is V2? Yes, the main verb, if it is V2, you use does. That thing you have to keep in your mind, children. And when you write do or does, your main verb again changes into V1. Whether it is V2 or V1, it should change into V1. Yes, I know you'll get it by practice. Don't worry, okay? Now, can you tell me what is the other topic we learned yesterday? Very good. We learned simple past tense. Can you tell me the structure? V3. Very good. And when do we use it? Yes, when an action started in the past and also completed in the past. You see, I say started and completed. Yes, there is a lot of difference. We will see. Why am I not telling completed? Okay, started and completed in the past. Okay, so we have done only till there. Yes, so can you give me some sentences with simple past tense? Okay, might be you have done it yesterday. Tell me something. Okay, you watched a movie. Very good. Then? Okay, it rained heavily yesterday. Okay. So now let's see how to change the sentences, that is simple past tense sentences, into negative, interrogative and interrogative negative. Children, will you help me to find out two sentences with simple past tense? Children, have you ever visited with your family to Charminar in the past? Okay, so how would you form a sentence using V3? Very good. We visited Charminar. So this is the sentence what we got, children? Yes, we visited the Charminar. Okay, simple past tense. Now tell me, where is the verb here, children? Very good, visited. And visited is in which form, children? Very good, V3 form. As we are talking about simple past tense, definitely it will be in V3 form. Now can you see any helping verb here? No, there is no helping verb. What did I teach you in the last session? In simple present tense and simple past tense, there will not be any helping verb. Okay. So if you want to form a negative or interrogative of it, you have to take the help of do, does, did. Okay. For V1, we will take the help of do. For V2, we will take the help of does. Whereas for V3, we will take the help of did. Now what do you find here, children? Very good. You find V3. Okay. So which helping verb should I take from this now? Very good. I should take the helping verb did. One more thing you remember, children. Whenever I take these three verbs, do, does or did, the main verb should be V1. This is very, very important point. Your main verb is visited. When you use did, it should change into V1. What is a V1 form of visited, children? Very good. Visit. Okay. Now let's write here negative, interrogative, and interrogative negative. Okay. Now let's see how to change. Okay. We visited the Charminar. According to my first rule, when I am writing negative, I should use the verb which is suitable to it, the helping verb. So according to me, did is suitable because this is weekly. Okay. Negative, I said whenever you are writing negative, use the word not beside the helping verb. As you are taking this as helping verb, beside it you should write not. Okay. So we, as it is we. V3, I will take the helping verb did. We did. It is negative now. So I should use not. We did not. This main verb should change into V1. The second rule, do you remember? This main verb. What is a visited or what is a V1 form of visited, children? Just now we discussed. Very good. Visit. And the remaining words. The Charminar. Very good. So this is your negative. We did not visit the Charminar. Now suppose I want this to make it into interrogative. Yes, it is V3. So I should take the help of helping verb did. Yes. And for interrogative, helping verbs should be in the beginning. Okay. So this helping verb, what do I take? Did. Very good. Did. Now what are we talking about? Yes, we. Did we. May write it in small letters. Did we. Okay. Now this main verb will change into V1. Yes, main verb always will change into V1 when you are writing negative or interrogative. Visited. Did we visit? What is the remaining word now? Very good. The Charminar. Very nice. And what did I say last time? As it is question, interrogative, you have to put a question mark. Yes. And let's go for interrogative and negative. As I said, whenever I say interrogative, helping verb should be in the beginning. Okay. So again, this sentence I am taking, it is V3. So my helping verb is did. Did. Then did we. Okay. Interrogative. Now I want to write it a negative also. So did we not. Because this is a combination of these two. So did we not. And then V1 form, did we not visit the Charminar? As it is interrogative again, I should put a question mark here. Yes. And then, do you remember I told you last time? Did not can also be written as didn't. Okay, short form. Did not short form is didn't. It's not didn't. Didn't. Okay. Again we see did not here. So you can directly write didn't. Okay. Didn't we visit the Charminar? Okay. Are you thorough with this? Let's go for another sentence. Children, do you see in the picture two children together? Yes. What are they doing? Yes, they are meeting each other. Now, suppose you want to write it as past action. How would you write? And suppose you are meeting. Yes, I met my friend. Now check this sentence, children. I met my friend. Okay. Now sometimes in past tense, time reference is also given. Like suppose you can say, I met my friend yesterday. I met my friend last night. I met my friend last week. All those words indicate time reference. Sometimes your simple past tense will be without time reference. Sometimes it will be with time reference. Now let us change this into negative interrogative. Okay. This sentence is positive sentence. because there is no not and there is no interrogation. Okay. Now let us write into negative. When we write, what did I say? First check the verb. Where is the verb? Very good. Which form it is? Very good. V3 form. It is V3. So which helping verb should I take? Very good. I should take did. And it is negative. So I should write did not. And this main verb should change into V1. So now let's write negative. I. Okay. Take the helping verb here. I did not. Okay. Then this will change into V1. Always the main verb will change into V1. I did not meet my friend. Very good. Well done. Now you tell me interrogative now. I said when you write interrogative, you have to write the helping verb first. It is V3, so your helping verb is did. How do I write first? Very good. Did. Then did I. Then this V3 change into V1. Very good. Did I meet. Then the rest of the words as it is. Did I meet my friend? It is interrogative. So I should put a question mark. Well done. Now go for the next sentence. Interrogative negative. Question also should be there. Not also should be there. Yes. Again it is V3. So I should use did. Did. Then did I. Okay. Then what do I use? It is negative. So not. Did I not. Did I not. Met will change into V1. Meet. And the rest of the words. Very good. And what did I forget now? Very good. I forgot a question mark. So hope you all understood all this. Now let's go for simple future tense. Children, the word simple future tense itself indicates that the action which will happen after some time. Okay. Now let's see, like in all tenses, what is its formula and its uses. Okay. Formula. The formula for simple future tense is will or shall plus V1. Okay. Now did you notice, children, in simple present tense I said V1, V2. In simple past tense I said V3. But I am adding something here. Will, shall. Yes. Will, shall. Do you remember? They are helping verbs. Okay. So simple future tense has helping verbs. But simple present tense and simple past tense don't have helping verbs. Okay. So it has a helping verb and a main verb. And we use shall with I and we only. Okay. Now let's go with the uses. Okay. When do we use simple simple future tense? When we are indicating about an action which will happen in future. An action which will happen in future. Okay, it indicates an action which will happen in future. Okay. Now, will you help me to get some examples? Okay. Now, suppose you are planning to go for a library. Maybe tomorrow or after some time. So, how will you tell it using will plus V1? Very good. I will go to the library. Suppose this boy's name is Surya and he is planning to write a letter to his friend. So, how will you tell that? Yes, Surya will write a letter to his friend. Can you see the sentences, children? Yes, I will go to the library. Surya will write a letter. I can write I will or I shall. Okay. Now, what is our next step, children? Okay, let's see how to change it into negative, interrogative and interrogative negative. Now as you see the sentence children, I shall go to the library. Tell me where is the verb? Very good. Shall go. Now you see two words here. So that means this is helping verb and this is main verb. Yes, in your simple present tense and simple past tense there was no helping verb. So you were taking the help of do, does, did according to the verb. But here we have a helping verb already. So we need not take in simple future tense any do, did or does. Okay. We will make negative with this only and we will make interrogative with this only. Okay. And in simple future tense, your verb is already V1 according to the structure. What is the structure? Will or shall plus V1. According to the rule, it is already V1. Okay. So we need not bother about that also. Yes. Now check how do we write. Now suppose I say I shall go to the library. Where is the helping verb? Shall. To make it into negative, I should write only not. Yes. So, I, after the helping verb, you write not. I shall not. Okay. I shall not go to the library. Okay. Now, interrogative. What did I say? In interrogative, any helping verb should come in the beginning. So, what is the helping verb here? Shall. Write that verb first. Shall. And then write the word, first word. Okay. Shall I? And then the main verb. Shall I go to the library? So, what are you doing here? You are just putting this helping verb in the front, okay, and writing the rest of the sentence. And as it is interrogative, you are putting a question mark. Now, negative interrogative or interrogative negative, okay, yes. Now see. Let's put it as interrogative negative only. Yes. And then what did I say? When it is interrogative, helping verb should come first. Shall, then subject I, and then write the negative. Shall I not? Okay. Shall I not go to the library? Again, as it is interrogative, I have to put a question mark. So, did you understand, children? Simple future tense is more simple than simple present tense and simple past tense. Children, it is very hot, you know. Yes. What do you drink in summers then? Oh, orange juices. Oh, lemonades. Okay. Suppose your mama is planning to make a lemonade. Okay. So, how will you write it into will, shall plus V1? Okay. My mama will prepare a lemonade. Very good. Should I write mama or mother? Okay. My mother will prepare a lemonade. And I said you sometimes the time reference will be there, sometimes the time reference will not be there. Like I can write tomorrow, the next day, after 10 minutes. Okay. So, now what do you do for making negative? First you will find out the verb. Where is the verb, children? What is the structure? That is the verb. The structure is will, shall plus V1. Now where do you find will V1, shall V1? Very good. Will prepare. Okay. As I said, this is helping verb and this is main verb. Helping verb is already there. So do we take do, does, did? No. When we have helping verb, don't take them. Okay. Now we will make negative. How to make negative? Very good. We will add not after helping verb. So after helping verb, I should write here not. Okay. Yes. Now let us write. My mother. What do I write next, children? Helping verb will, Very good. Negative not. Then I should write V1. It is already in V1. So I will write prepare. My mother will not prepare a lemonade. Very good. Now let's form interrogative. I said when you form interrogative, you should write helping verb first. Where is the helping verb? Will. Let's write it first. Will. Okay. Will. Then subject. Yes, my mother. Will my mother. Yes. Then prepare. Will my mother prepare a lemonade? Now it's interrogative. What do I do? Yes, I'll put a question mark here. Yes, interrogative negative how to do, children? Very good. Interrogative again you put the helping verb in the beginning. We already have a helping verb will. Will. Again. Very good. Will my mother. After the one who is doing the action you should write not. Will my mother negative not. Will my mother not prepare a lemonade? And then what did I forget? Interrogative. I should put a question mark. Very good, children. You have done very well. Hope you all have understood all these. Children, let's see some short forms with will and shall. Okay. Will not can also be written as won't. Shall not can also be written as shan't. Okay. Now you see, children, when we use this apostrophe is used to replace some words. Okay. Will not totally changes into won't, whereas shall not totally changes into shan't. Apostrophe is used to replace some words. Those words are taken out and put apostrophe over there. Okay. Now let's see I will. What is the short form of I will? I'll. You must have seen such words when you read your text. Yes, and also in spoken English books. Yes. I will short form is I'll. I shall. I'll. You will. You'll. We shall. Will. He will. He'll. It's not he'll. He'll. Okay. She will. She'll. They will. They'll. So this is how you pronounce them when we use with the pronouns. So now let's have a recap of whatever we have learned. Yes. Simple present tense. What is the structure for simple present tense, children? Very good. V1, V2. Very nice. What is the structure for simple past tense? Remember structure, formula. Both are same. Don't get confused. Simple past tense formula. V3. Very nice. Simple future tense. Very good. Will or shall plus V1. Now can you make out the difference, children? Here only verbs are there. But here there is a helping verb also. Yes. And when do we use simple present tense, children? Yes. For habitual actions. Habitual and regular actions. Very good. And then when do we use them? Very good. For natural and universal facts or truths. Then when do we use simple past tense, children? Okay. To indicate an action. Yes. Which started and what, children? Very good. Which started and also completed. Because past indicates a completed action. Okay. Started and completed in the very good past. What about simple future tense? Yes. It indicates. Indicates what? Yes. Indicates an action you clear with this, children? And how do we make it into negative or interrogative? Yes, if it is V1, we use do. And if it is V2, very good, we use does. And the main verb should be V1. Very good. Whether it is V2 or V1, it should always be V1 only. Again, we should change it. What about simple past, children? It is V3. So, what do I use? Very good. I will use did. Okay. Because did is V3. Okay. Or let me write like this. Okay. V3. So, I will use did. Okay. And the main verb will change into very good V1. Yes. For simple future tense, should I take any help of do family, children? No. Already helping verb is there. So, I will use will plus if not is there, will not for negative plus V1 form of the verb. Okay. So, are you thorough with this? As you have understood everything, children, now let me ask you a few questions. Okay. They lived in Hyderabad. Tell me, it is in which tense? Find out the verb. Okay, which form it is? Very good, V3. So, it is which tense, children? Very good. This is simple past. What about the next sentence, children? I will make tea. Where is the verb? Very good, will make. Yes, as will or shall is there, definitely it is. Very good. Simple future tense. What about the next sentence? He speaks French. Very good. The verb is speaks. Which form? V2. So, it is which tense? Very good. It is simple present tense. Can you make this into negative, children? I will make tea. Very good. I will not make tea. Okay. Make this into interrogative. He speaks French. Very good. Interrogative. You check which verb it is. Yes, you should use does. Tell me. Very good. Does he speak French? Very nice. Okay. They lived in Hyderabad. Make it into interrogative negative. Very good. Did they not live in Hyderabad? Very good. You have done very well. Children, all these tenses are not new. You are just learning now. Yes. But you have been using these sentences since many years. But you don't know that they are called as simple present tense, simple past tense and simple future tense. Yes. Sometimes you also make mistakes while asking questions. You say, you will give me. It's not a question, okay? You should ask, will you give me? Did we learn the interrogative sentences? So, it's the proper way to ask. You like apples? That's not the correct way. Do you like apples? Is the correct way. So, now did you understand how to form interrogatives and negatives? Yes. So, now with the helping verb and which tense it is, according to that you start asking questions. Okay. Now let me give you a situation. Okay. Suppose you are planning to go for a mall. Okay. That means you will go for a mall. Okay. You did not go. Now tell me few sentences. What will you do after going to a mall? In simple future tense. Very good. You will purchase a toy. Then, okay, you will eat an ice cream. Then, oh, you will purchase a dress too. Then, oh, you will go for a movie. Yes, so now you see, these are all actions which will happen in future. Yes. So, you should think whether it is happening in simple present, whether it is a habitual action or whether it is universal truth or whether it is completed or whether you are going to perform it after some times. According to that, you can put into sentences. Now, hope you all understand the tenses better. Okay. Now, let me give you an assignment for today. Okay. You are going to write about your future plans. Yes, what are you going to be or what you want to become. Yes, it should be in simple future tense only. Yes, write about what you want to become in simple future tense. Okay, this is your assignment for today. Bye.